So I watched the new Halloween movie, and I thought it was pretty awesome. I never really watched any of the previous movies, but I'm a huge fan of Michael Myers as a character. I went into the movie expecting a brutal, gory death fest, and that's exactly what I got. For this video, I'm going to give my spoiler-free review first, and then the spoiler-filled one after. So starting off with the story's main concept, the writers and directors completely erased all of the previous Halloween movies' timeline, except for the first one. In fact, this movie plays out in an alternate timeline in which Michael Myers was taken into custody that first Halloween night and has been incarcerated in an institution for the last 40 years. While this time is went on, Laurie Strode, survivor of the first Halloween movie, continues her life completely traumatized by the attack. She goes on to have a family of her own, and they kind of resent her after a while because Laurie is always paranoid about the infamous Shape coming back to finish what he started all those years ago. The story kind of starts off slow but picks up towards the middle and gets really crazy in the end. It was very cool to see how Michael slowly goes from being a passive character, hiding in the shadows and taking people out silently in the beginning, to a destructive force of nature in the last couple of scenes. And the chemistry between Laurie and Michael is cool. When the two finally meet face to face, you can definitely feel the tension as they just go ham on each other, desperate to put this nightmare to an end. The graphics and gore were on point, the acting was good, and the story was well developed and it didn't rush anything. In fact, it took its time so that when the final confrontation happens, it's emotional and sort of sad to be honest. So for all these reasons, Halloween gets a high 7 out of 10 for this Rage Quit review. For the most part, it stayed true to the original movies and it was pretty fun to watch. Now we're going to get into some spoilers, so if you have plans on seeing it yourself and don't want to know about any of the good stuff yet, click off now. Alright, time for spoilers. The movie starts off with two reporters trying to have an interview with Michael Myers at his institution, with the motivation of trying to make him talk. For some reason, certain characters are obsessed with trying to make Michael speak, and that subplot was kinda weak, because after all, he never really said anything in any of the movies, and he still doesn't in this version. Later on, Michael and a bunch of other inmates are being transferred to another insane asylum, so they all get on a bus and they leave. Meanwhile, the reporters try to reach out to Laurie Strode, but it doesn't work out too well. Now we get a glimpse of Laurie's life with her family. She has a daughter and a granddaughter named Allison. Laurie's daughter tries to keep Allison away from her grandma throughout the entire movie because when she was a child, her mom kept instilling this fear that one day Mike will come back and kill everyone again, training her daughter and sheltering her from the real world in fear. Laurie's daughter doesn't want Allison to get mixed up in the same lifestyle, but Allison keeps reaching out to Laurie and they have a pretty cool bond, I guess. In fact, everybody except Allison is an absolute jackass to Laurie, basically telling her she's a basket case that needs to let it all go. Eventually, the prison bus crashes for some unknown reason, and all the inmates escape, including Michael, who leaves a trail of bodies, including a kid and his dad when they stop their car to try and help. Jeez, I thought Mike didn't kill for kids. Michael then tracks down the reporters at a gas station and viciously kills them. He gets his iconic mask back. It's all worn and damaged, but when he finally puts it on, he disappears and begins his attack on the town. Michael goes on the town on Halloween night, going door to door killing people in their homes while the kids trick-or-treat outside. He gets a kitchen knife and slashes up entire neighborhoods until he runs into Allison and her friend coming out of a high school Halloween dance. Laurie and a cop that was at the scene of the first Halloween get to the neighborhood and try to find Michael, but it was too late. At that point, Michael would have already killed more than half of the neighborhood and a couple of Allison's friends. So the cop and Michael's doctor tries to find him and they run into Allison after she was attacked by Michael Myers. They pick her up and find Mike on the side of the road and the cop runs him over in anger. As the cop is about to finish Mike off with his pistol, the doctor kills him with this penknife or whatever and drags Mike into the back of the cop car while wearing the mask. The doctor throughout the movie was trying to get inside Michael's head psychologically and figure out why he kills, and to truly do that, he would have needed to kill for himself. Mike soon wakes up, kills the doctor, and pursues Allison as she runs towards her grandma's house. While all of this is happening, Laurie takes Allison's mom and dad and places them in a basement bunker in her house for their safety. Michael soon catches up and kills two cops and poses their body outside, and the dad goes to look like a dumbass and gets himself killed. Allison gets to the house just in time, and all three of the girls gotta fight off Michael. We find out that the house has a bunch of traps and anti-serial killer features. The underground bunker's got a bunch of guns in it, and every room can be blocked off by a prison gate. After a lot of chasing and hiding, they finally get Michael in the basement and press a button to reveal metal bars trapping him in. Laurie then releases flammable gas in the basement and throws a flare in to set Michael on fire and kill him for good. Or so we think. The movie ends with a close-up of Allison in a police car as she's still clutching onto Michael's knife for dear life, symbolizing that now Allison truly understands her grandma and suffers the same trauma. So overall, pretty intense movie. The kills were pretty cool, but some of them were off-screen and we just saw bodies, but they were very Jason-esque kills, so I don't know if it would have fit for the movie showing them. And basically, all of Allison's friends died during the movie, which sucks. I was kinda mad at the fact that they killed the poor nerdy dude, too drunk to know what was going on, but they let Allison's cheating boyfriend live. Okay, I guess. But all in all, it was a pretty good movie. As I said, it gets a high 7. It definitely set up a sequel, and I think that Blumhouse is now trying to make their own Halloween franchise. I would have liked for this movie to just be it, to wrap up the story between Michael and Laurie once and for all and just leave it at that, but I guess that's not gonna happen. Anyways guys, if you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and check out some of my other movie reviews. If you like those too, why not subscribe so you never miss a Rage Quit video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you on the next one.